Hey, Lane. Obviously, you guys get the win in the third period. You pretty much leaned on your three lines. I was just curious why the decision to bench Farabee, Patrick, and Lindblom.
Well, we're down by three. We needed this game, so I decided to shorten up the bench and went with I thought was our best nine forwards at that time. I put Coots' line back with G and Jakey, and I thought Scotty Lawton's line with the Rafi and Q were working extremely hard, and put Hazy with TK and James and shorten up the bench. And the guys found a way to get it done.
Jordan Hall, you're on with Elaine. Go ahead.
Good job.
Hey, Lane. Do you take more away from the first two periods, or do you take more away from the comeback effort?
Well, we discussed this morning as a team how important this game was for us, and the way we needed to play. We didn't come out that way for the first 35 minutes, and then I decided to make a couple line changes there. I didn't go in the room in between the second and the third. Sometimes teams and players have to figure things out, and there's no doubt that our guys did. Coots' line and played well. Scotty's line kept going what they've been doing for the past couple of games, and Hazy's line found a way to get us that first goal to give us a little bit of momentum, and we were able to carry it to overtime where G made a good play, just TK made a great play to Rovi.
Anthony Sanfilippo, you're on with Elaine. Go ahead.
Anthony.
Hey, AB. You mentioned wanting to have your nine best guys out there in the third period, but was it just as much of a decision to look to the leaders of this team and say, if we're going to come back at this point, we're going to need you guys to kind of guide us that way?
That's 100%. I mean, at this time in the situation that we're in, if we're going to move forward and get the job done, your top players have got to be your top players. And that's one of the reasons I put Coots back with G and Jakey, and we needed a push. We needed those guys to step up. And, by shortening up the bench, gave more ice time to a few guys, and we were able to find a way to win this game, which we desperately needed.
We'll take two more questions. Bill Meltzer, you're on with Elaine. Go ahead.
Hey, V. Two questions for you. How do you evaluate Brian Elliott tonight? There might have been a couple of shots he might have liked, but at the same time, he might have kept the game from getting out of hand, while it was still in reach.
Yeah, I mean, other than that second goal, I thought Brian did what I want a goaltender to do for us, is give us our team a chance. And they had the better chances for the first half of the game. They were the better team. And, when we made a couple of those changes, we sort of got a better rhythm and back in the groove. But there's no doubt that early on, Brian gave us a chance, and we were able to come back and win this game for him in big part.
Bill, did you have a follow-up?
I do.
Yeah, no.
When you have a situation like the first goal where you have five guys on one side of the ice and no weak side coverage, is there anything you have to say on the bench? The guys already know what happened.
I mean, I thought Oscar there had a play to make that he wasn't able to make. And then on that play there, Jakey should have been in the slot covering up once we didn't get that puck out. Not exactly sure what he was doing on the boards there, because both Patty and Oscar were leaning on the same guy on the boards. Jakey had to be the security guy, and he wasn't there. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. I haven't talked to him about it. I'll do that tomorrow.